destroyed them on their CD sides alone, stopped those long hits. He brought it up. MIBR love to take long over and over again, but Liquid were a wall. They played really well between two players inside of B, and this was another test for Mousesports. But actually, it's Mousesports on the CT side to begin with, so interesting. We'll finally get to see. What does Liquid's T side of Dust2 look like lately?
Right? For a team that's been struggling with the offensive halves, maybe it's about keeping it simple on a map like Dust2. BMass gonna get flashed. That is a perfect flashbang. But Elige and Nafly able to get a couple of kills. Kerrigan empty-handed. So suddenly Liquid, they've got themselves a clear route to the A site for a post plant.
Gotta love that confidence from BMass. He just stands out there, so wide. He's waiting for a fight. Teammate close behind him. Kerrigan is a third player to refresh their positions, but it looks like the cat play is going to be mega successful here. No chance for Frozen to crack this one open. So he'll turn away, save his half armor along with Rops, and they'll wait for next round. We'll get to see this play out. Now, Chris is just up and down. I think, generally speaking, he's been having a bump in performance. Generally speaking, very impactful, controlling the game, game-winning rounds, excuse me. Dust2 is historically a Chris J map. This is a map that he loves to op on, he loves to scout on. We used to call him Scout J. It got to the point where we could call him anything you want him to do, J. That's how much of a star player he was.
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
It doesn't, but you just have to give him that much credit because that's how good he used to be, and particularly on Dust2. This was his playground.
Well, he's going to have a scout.
Yeah,
Will Rops.
And of course, since Woxic came through, it's like, well, this is Woxic's map, but now it's all about Chris. See that confidence again, and he was being very liberal about everything that he was speaking. Oh, interesting position here.
Flashbang. Meant to get Naf out of here. He doesn't like the position. He feels a little too scared.
Unwelcome, uncomfortable.
Two scouts, three deagles, frag and a smoke. Pipe and a pancake.
Shrimp on the Barbie? No.
I was doing an Austin Powers bit.
I know, yes. Freaky deaky Dutch.
Yeah. Don't talk about Chris J like that.
True.
Here he is, tagging up Twist, who answers alongside Elige. BMass, well, he saw the player crossing, but can't really do too much about it. Although he did retrieve the scout from his fallen teammate. Maybe Mousesports just cut their losses, save these two rifles, and try and shave off the next round, because this is Liquid with a second, and 5 players still standing. Not to mention, check out all the utility they saved. It was pretty clear cut. They got up the catwalk, they walked into the A site, they planted their bomb, and they won the round because of it.
Very simple game plan, looking good so far. Like what we see. Not getting E-code is something that we need to talk about for Liquid. It feels like a lot of people are getting E-code very often in recent times. Cloud9 as well. It's going to be a pleasure to see more of the Cloud9 matches. I'm just glad they finally lost the game, so I don't have to make another YouTube video about them. I'm tired of watching Cloud9 win. They become my new OG, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you rode the OG train until now they're actually top.
Now they're actually top, yeah. It's harder to like them now because now they just can't stop winning.
You're such a hipster.
Those damn OGs. They're too good.
I think we're going to get the Colossus versus Juggernaut rematch
yes.
very soon.
Yes.
I think that's definitely going to happen in the upper
bracket. Oh, it's
going
to be extraordinary. If you guys missed it, you should watch it, first of all.
Out macroed.
Both teams had the exact same amount of kills on Inferno. The hell? They did the math.
They've crunched the numbers.
Wow.
2 plus 2.
The last time the Colossus and Juggernaut played was 4. It ended at 16-14 on the third map. A huge comeback from Cloud9 as well.
So good.
So that rematch is going to be spectacular. Spectacular.
And I don't want to say it was the best game of the year.
It's good. It's up there. It's going to be one for the comic books.
You watch that game, you'll tell your kids about it.
Telling my kids this is DE Dust 3 for no reason. Hinge smoke. Let's see. Robs punish it. Oh,
Ooh, saw the elbow.
oh, how'd that not even hit? Oh my gosh. He'll get chased down inside a CT spawn. Elige just making sure he left. That's all.
Ooh, Naf caught reloading. That could have been a casualty. Smoke grenade goes, or rather flash grenade goes up for BMAS. And, well, that's a nice, hefty bout of damage coming off of the utility. And then on top of it, the Deagle shot connects. Check out Team Liquid. They're all softened up. They're a little bit scared. They're nervous. And they're going to lay down utility here, magnetizing the defense. Mousesports, 5 players essentially trying to corral them in. And even though they're surrounded, they're looking to punch their way out, but nobody clears Goose. Kerrigan on top of it with just the USP, cannot get himself a second kill. And Rops, well, he's now coming up the ramp, trying to find something off of the scout. His teammate succeeding. No bomb plant. Stewie stranded back on elbow, fighting his way out, but he can only get the 1 kill. Mousesports steal the round.
Look at Rops. Looking down, looking up, and looking down on his opponents because he made that look so simple with that readjustment. And shout out to Kerrigan for sneaking into Goose so easily. The final kill. And, okay, an eco conversion. They offer the save guns as well. So Liquid not out of the woods when it comes to that stat. Nafly will he get caught crossing. Naf had a fantastic Inferno.
Kills exchanged on long.
Yeah, the trades are very good here for Mousesports. This is sometimes where the round can begin and end. But it is Dust2. If there's any map you can pull back on low numbers, this is the map. Some maps feel way too hard to ever feel confidence in situations like this, but Dust2 will give you tons of openings, lots of rooms for individual efforts. BMAS, if there's one man to talk about as an anchor these days, it's him. Oh, Stewie, great crouch peek. He'll get out of dodge, and Chris hits a very crucial shot to maintain the player advantage for Mousesports. And will he be able to rotate out is the question. He's going to be forced to readjust, and Grim picks the perfect timing just as he's moving forward into Game Helper to shut him down.
Caught in the open, nothing really to give cover, so
yeah,
running for the dry. Oh, and another one comes in, this time far more crisp. Rops with a headshot.
They had no smokes, huh?
Nope. Just tried to run on Red Rover. Red Rover. Y'all not getting over.
Get the bomb over.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they should have, well, they could have thrown the bomb across and then tried to go in for it, but double peeking CT is not a terrible idea. They just don't win in that spot. So Mousesports will pick up a second. Chris J back to his usual antics over at long, practicing the flick with this vibrating crosshair. Nice. And it'll turn into a leg shot. That's something nice. He'll get chased down, but shots just whiz by him. He's totally fine.
Gonna boost the player into the site. Looking to reset the defense. Team Liquid on the recall. Nice try.
Letting the glizzy fly in pit.
Excellent spray down here from BMAS. He gets himself 3 kills as he holds off Cap, but obviously poor Team Liquid. They had nothing to work with. You saw that Glock like a bug on the windshield of Chris J.
Just wiped off. I like that visual. That's good. All right. Back to buying. Back to buying. No op and play. Full Glock save means that they can afford, these Molotovs. Very critical there. They actually saved as much as they did. No upgrades whatsoever. Mousesports know what's at stake based on that last round. Oh, and that is a play. They kill Lige right before he's about to set up to throw some mid-nades. And oh, the aggression does not stop. Rops and Chris J both get off frags.
Dude, Mousesports is looking so crisp. And I'm not talking in terms of team play, which is one of their strengths. I'm just talking levels of individuals.
Right.
Aim is on point for everyone.
They are a tricky team. I just want to see them continue to get tested at this point by different opponents. They just look so rock solid. Stewie will perform a Hail Mary walkout at mid, and it's a team ace. Just to underscore what you just said, like everyone on Mousesports really turning up. All of the shots were really nice. The spray control, the off shots that came in, the crunch. It's just a group endeavor here for Mousesports. 4-2 in the game, and they've earned themselves another anti-eco round, and they know it. They absolutely know it.
Oh my god, man. This utility is just... it's borderline unfair.
Yeah. Mousesports HE grenades, their Molotovs
So
on
good.
Inferno, like... Liquid cannot get comfortable in their default ever.
No, they're just trying to walk down middle, and even that is too much to ask of Mousesports. They're like, nope. Oh, you want tunnels? Eat this. Oh, you want Xbox? Have that.
Oh, nice disengage.
BMAS doesn't actually fall all the way back, goes for the spray down and gets himself 1+ damage. Stewie on 30 HP with Nafly to try and work this 2v3 disadvantage. But Naf, well, he's going to get caught off by Frozen, who just slips up towards the halfway point of mid. Rops on the other side of the smoke. Chris J on the ramp. Mousesports seem impenetrable.
They're just quite literally looking for 3 kills at least in a round to do something to the money. Chris J at 11K. Rops at 10. Put himself through college. If he wants to retire from this Counter-Strike thing, he's doing so well. 5-2. Liquid will go in for another buy. It won't involve an op. And for Mousesports, it'll still involve 2. That puts extra stress on you. Not only do we need to figure out how to win a round, we need to also make sure we don't get opped. Oh my god. This play from Chris, it turns to 2. Oh, sorry, Rops and top of mid. He's knocking him down like bowling pins. He gets 4. Is he on for the ace? He is. Naf will tuck tail and run. He's back to spawn. Rops, will he find this? Oh, he locks it up. Rops
is so damn cool. Every one of those engagements down in tunnels just fixates. Boom, bop, bam. Every player that rounded those corners, he makes them take a pause. This was such a good op ace. You thought it was Chris J.
I thought it was Chris, because this is the play he makes pushing into lower. When do you see aggression like this from Rops? He's the guy we keep talking about as being leashed at all times, and he leashes himself. He plays passive. He just ran into lower like the parents weren't home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had the keys.
Slipping into the basement. Knock, knock, who's home? Rops and Frozen
Was that a
combined.
5-shot ace? Did he miss one top mid? I think he maybe took 1 shot on blue barrels.
If he did, we'll give it to him.
He probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, we round down. We round down on this broadcast.
Wow.
Production, I would love to fit that back in at some point. Like, let's wait for a boring round, presumably this one with just the pistols. Let's just watch that ace again. If it's not too much to ask. Chris J. Misses his shot. He's got to find his inner Rops. Wow, how does Liquid rebound from that? I can't think about anything else. I'm trying to replay them in my head before I get to see it again.
That was beautiful. And it feels like Rops always quietly climbs the scoreboard, but he's loud tonight.
Gets little head peeks coming at him from long. Chris J's eventually going to line one up. Kerrigan with a single kill. Twist Tech 9 will trade. Minute on the clock. Everybody's on the bomb site, basically, other than Stewie 2K. And his teammates are all dead. Every single one is dead. Mousesports 7 rounds to 2. This CT side looks rock solid.
Rops solid. Oh my god.
2 for 2.
This is it. I actually...
3 for 3.
I was convinced when he got
4
the
for
second
4.
kill. Oh, he did. And he didn't take that... Did he take the shot or not, production? I don't think he did.
I think that's a 5.
That was a 5-shot ace.
Oh my god.
Even watching those first 2 kills back again, it's like, doesn't look like Rops at all. Like, holy, that is not normally, my friends.
Into this round, we've got Team Liquid with a little bit of fight still in them. Elige dies early, twist to 60. Man advantage here for Liquid, and they find another. Chris J goes exploring into the tunnels, and Rops is going to die. It seems he is mortal. Frozen still with 0 deaths. 9 rounds deep.
Looking for the ace.
And he's not going to find it. Team Liquid with a 3rd round on the board. Took 2 kills from Naf, and a contribution from the other 3 survivors. They only lost Elige in that one. It's a 4-round difference, but obviously the CTs, man, look at the money they're sitting on.
That was cool and all, but Rops only has died once in this half. And they are so rich, he's going to go right back into the op. I think he's just having fun playing Counter-Strike. We're just along for the ride. But that was actually a pretty big round from Team Liquid. Ooh, look at the damaged red meters on both sides. Both hit each other with a warning shot.
Kerrigan's going to crawl around catwalk. Twist pinned into top mid, wins his duel. As he should in a head-to-head between Twists and Kerrigan. And he gets himself another. BMAS also going to fall at the hands of Twists. Such little HP remains for 2 players from Liquid.
Okay, what is the adjustment here from Mousesports? They want to make something happen. Chris is being very mobile. They're pushing off of Cat with Frozen, with a flash, but this is going to be somewhat of a tell. They smoke off Cat, but they've rotated Chris heavy long, so they're giving them this idea that they don't want him to come here. Chris, he has an opportunity to get a kill. He cannot grab it. I can't believe Nafly repeaked, let alone also got the frag. That's Chris out of the round. Rops is extremely low, and this is where HP may play a factor in his decision-making.
Frozen, what is he looking to deliver? He's got 3 players about to cross on long. And the one guy he may have found in tunnels before having to turn his attention back for everybody else just escapes him. Graham, nowhere to be found. Naf's going to take this control towards catwalk, and this is just Frozen trying to slip out with his weapon. Elige going to keep him honest, but Frozen on it. Falls to Stewie 2K despite that low HP. Now it really just boils down to finding Rops. A 4th round for Team Liquid on this T side. I mean, that ace and all the success from Mousesports around it, we cannot take away what has been success early on, but Team Liquid do still have a chance to claw this back, most realistically.
He used up all his juice. I'm still not convinced it wasn't Chris J sitting on his PC.
I was thinking that myself.
We go back to Rob's cam, there's a bookcase behind him. We know what's up. Well, just like that, Liquid start to put something together. It felt like the narrative was just all about Mousesports, but they have come alive in a very big way. However, it hasn't impinged the economy enough of Mousesports where they can't go back into their same expensive habits of double opping. Continues to be a perpetual threat throughout this half. Seemingly inescapable nightmare for Team Liquid.
Holly at his feet, Chris J peeks, does not land his shot. I almost feel like maybe Mousesports are still a little distracted by Rops' ace. They're still reliving it themselves as Team Liquid start to steal some rounds back.
That coveted Kerrigan pause while winning dramatically. This is going to pay off, huh? Wow.
Yep. Nice angle. Now we've got a man advantage here for Mousesports. 45 seconds for Liquid. They have no hooks in mid. So this will certainly be the cap play. Good double back. That frag grenade, decent enough damage. Molotov at their feet, 30 seconds. This is going to be an awkward one.
They're taking a long time here to commit up. They're going to try to re-exec now. CT's moved out of position. How will this affect things?
He's going to push through his Kerrigan. Well, he's just chopping him down. No help yet needed. Elige looking over towards long, gets bested by Chris J, and this is still with BMAS in position. Grim, he can offer up the headshot all he wants. It's still Mousesports with the double round count, leading 8-4.
The execution didn't look great, but once again, it feels like the flash from Mousesports was the culprit because they canceled their exec, they came back out for it, and by this time, of course, their smokes are coming up. Kerrigan has open lines of sight on the players who are crossing, loses that 3rd duel once the smoke does come up, but still has that impact. And that's after kind of rotating back into position, thinking it was a fake.
Flashbangs all over the place. Naf in close proximity, dies out to BMAS. He just runs through, holding left click, and somehow tears his head off. A 3 versus 3 is what we're left with, and Chris J, well, he sat patiently back with a boost to even give him a deeper angle.
I love the new COD. Hey, very fair and even mid-round situation, but only fair because of the utility Liquid have left over. They've got significant utility here, but because Mousesports have these two ops, the default is a little bit stronger for them. And it's not going to be potential to go for some kind of full exact twist. It's going to be key in this round. And he's moving together over towards B, but Rops is so deep right now. He's got a player coming right into him. They're walking. They almost damn near get collateraled, and he can fall back off the utility of his own. Look how close he is to his monitor. He's about to get a tan.
Frozen from downtown. Takes a bit of damage, so maybe Grin can get him, but not with aim like that.
My favorite part was when Frozen didn't move.
Just stood still, waited for the follow-up peek, and killed him. Rops, aggressive angle down in the base of mid. Deep eyes prying into the tunnels with an additional frag. Mousesports leading by 5. 9-4 on this CT side. It's not over just yet, but
Jesus.
dude, Rops, he has 50.
15-2, and an op ace, and just a lot of op kills.
Did I not get the memo? Is he just like the best opper Mousesports has ever seen?
And the best thing is, like, even when they die with the double op, I think he picked it up for the first time, just they had to, but then they just kept rebuying it three rounds in a row, even though they were losing. They don't stop believing. Let's see if Chris is jealous. Likes to eat a little bit of damage here for the opportunity to get a peek. He's usually rewarded, but I think they only peek off of the shot itself. So it looks like a full mid B's coming their way. Let's see if they go majority tunnels. It looks like the bomb's even going. So an interesting spot. Here's where Kerrigan will just go and get info, which is enormous. They're actually 3 outside the site. What a setup.
Rops with the op. Let's watch it. Freaking hell. Oh my God. Nobody can get this man off his angle. He finally misses a shot. And that's the only reason I believe maybe NAF can win this. And then I realized that all the while, not a single player went down for Mousesports. Another absolute shutdown.
Definitely a capstone performance here from Rops, and to do it with an op on CT side is just not something we'd expect. So that is pretty amazing to watch.
It's not something I've ever seen from him.
This is funny. I know Stewie, oh wow, that's a great shot too. And I know Stewie peeks back into that angle, but I'm sure he was terrified when Rops just appeared at the bottom of his screen.
He's 17-2.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's still a round left. Again, went from absent in the first half of the first map to this. And dare I say on T side, he's even scarier.
Kerrigan's going to find Stewie. That one goes down to the bottom of mid. All they have now is this attempt to push through long. Team Liquid are getting completely smothered by Mousesports. An 11-4 score on the CT side of their opponent's map pick. Rops, I think he may have broke them. So Rob's aced.
Yeah, that was the half. Rob's ace got 17 kills, 2 deaths. An unbelievable performance from him. We go into the second half. I don't think this means much. We'll see, because Liquid, like their Dust2 the other day, CG's out was pretty insane, like absolutely ridiculous. It just depends how deflated they are after losing the first map. That's what's going to be the question. That's the question mark, or as Matthew would say, le question mark.
Le point d'interrogation.
Who's that?
That's Maniac.
Oh, Maniac.
He just got to the studio, actually.
He did.
You can smell him from here.
Oh, the toilet.
Close door. Yeah, nice. Good touch. Good for you.
That means smells like toilets in French.
Flash and a smoke for Elish. He's the guy playing over on the car. And look at them push past. They are using
they're making too much progress, Connor.
Flex. So much so that Stewie tries to challenge the back line. Oh, it's a labor effort. Gets there in the end.
Oh.
Now him and Grim, each with a headshot. Somebody from Mousesports just evacuated down into the CT spawn. What if that wild wacko somehow manages to come back into this with some impact? Because so far, it's Liquid on the retake. And, well, BMAS, he's dead. Mousesports, they'll plant their bomb, but they only get 1 kill. And now Liquid have a chance.
Everyone missed a lot.
That's a good, yep.
Yep. Back to you on the desk. Everyone missed a lot in that round, and luckily, after enough misses, Stewie was warmed up and then got 2 very, very nice kills. Pistol round could mean the world. Again, Liquid's map pick, surely because of their CT side. They're not going to be impressed with the fact that they only had a 4-round half coming into this, but seriously, as soon as they start getting rolling on CT side, they can be indomitable sometimes. So let's see what happens.
We're just going to see Chris J. Oh, boy. Chris looks to Kerrigan.
Oh, it was...
Thank
I
you, brother.
see. I was like...
Yeah, how'd he hit that scout shot?
That was
That's
like
what
the
I thought
longest
as well.
eagle in the world.
Yeah. All right, pumping some damage through the tunnels. We do have Robs on the cusp of the box. And Grim, well, he's distracted because he's just spraying wildly. Stewie from off the side of the car. Kerrigan wants to get that rifle back, but Stewie, his back is compromised. He's trying to keep himself in 2 directions, and this is not what Liquid needed. This is not what Liquid could afford. A 12th round for Mousesports as they overwhelm Grim and Stewie trying to anchor that B site.
How does Kerrigan hit these shots? How does he keep doing it? He keeps delivering. Unreal. Everybody else pitching in for sure, and Mousesports, they make the most of this kind of chaotic default with a lot going on and create timing windows. It looks very uncomfortable the whole time for Liquid, and that has been the counter to Team Liquid's CT side, is trying to challenge their defense by just constantly applying pressure in different ways. Now here, Liquid kind of make their own bet because they have Elish push off Cat. He's asking for the duel. I think it is kind of tragic that he doesn't win at least 1, but again, you've got to credit Kerrigan for covering that. Oh, he was from lower, I see. I was like, how did he have the angle deep enough from top to mid? This makes more sense. So this is actually a huge gap that Liquid aren't aware of for Elish to get shot on the side of the head like that. Maybe Kerrigan hit at first. Okay, Stewie's not hiding.
Yeah, he's a little pissed off.
Yeah,
He's got a little fire on him, but now he's gonna have to run away from this. The fact that he can establish a 5 versus 4 is a good way to start. Elish gonna be relegated towards the pit. Drops a smoke grenade on his feet, and Kerrigan, well, he's just gonna chase this easy headshot in the end. I say easy, it does cost him near half his health, but look at Mousesports, like rats. They just fall back through long.
Rat Sports?
Yeah.
They are kind of like that on T side. They just, and it's a feature, not a bug. They make themselves so hard to read at every turn. And Liquid, they require comfort. They want the heated, weighted blanket. They want space. When they have that, that's when they light it up.
Grim's pinned in. Nobody's looking at him yet. Nobody's checking Grim. He's going to execute the first one. A second falls as well. It's Robs to try and recover here. A 1v4. And he's got a second. He just lost minimal HP on that. There is time to run Cat to A.
Oh, he could do anything right now. This will be the fastest Robs moves all half.
Be free, my friend.
He's taking the long route. Okay, this is a stretch. I mean, he could get back here potentially.
Who do you think you are?
He's going to, like, go crouch, or he's going to jump across. I think he just does. Okay, he's coming down mid. Maybe he can actually get up Cat. This is really close.
He's got a knife out.
This is so close.
Knife out.
This is so friggin' close. He doesn't have time. Okay, he just does not have time. Robs has never been in this position before.
Bro,
because it was Robs, I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, in the back of his mind, he's still got that
He knows something
ace.
I don't. Like,
yeah.
This is, he's 20-4.
I can hear his internal monologue. I can do anything.
Yeah. All right. It was only because it was Robs I believed. But, yeah, he absolutely did not have enough time.
All right. Well, Team Liquid still at half the round count despite that last win. Very nicely done by Grim. Peeks out, takes one player with him, and then the second as well, spamming that Desert Eagle. Mousesports made a mistake by not checking him, and he made them pay the price. They paid the piper. Light utility here for Mousesports now. Single smoke, quintuple flashbang. Grim's going to feel the pressure as he's blinded Kerrigan. He just killed a Liege. But here comes Grim again from the corners of the B site, tapping with the FAMAS. He gets Rops and Chris J incredibly low. Kerrigan, that's a good fight for him, but Twists coming in through mid. Able to eject back through the doors. Upgrades from the FAMAS to the AK. Mousesports hitting a brick wall.
Solid.
Named Grim.
Yeah, solid hold once again. It's definitely not going to be a short half when you've got Grim and B and your game plan is a lot of mid to Bs. So this will be tough.
Scout shot. Chris J's still got something to offer. But as he runs in, Stewie takes him down. It's only a 5-round difference. This is not unwinnable for Team Liquid.
No, not at all.
They need to cool off some of the individuals. Robs is still 20-5.
Definitely.
And Grim stepping up. So
yeah.
Who else is going to provide for Liquid? Could very well be Grim. He has been one of the most consistent players for them. And he's got 4 players on Team Liquid within 1 kill of each other. They just need a breakout performance. Let's see if they can find one.
Stewie, now they're opening at mid. It is just worse with the pistols. But he is just rattling off so much HP. Like, continues to do more damage through the smoke. Doesn't even realize how low he's got them all on his own. And now the assist starts to roll in. Flash assist on top of it. And this boulder starts to lose speed. That is a nice shutdown from Liquid. No chance at turning a corner. No chance for a plant. But, of course, nothing invested. About Liquid not losing players. Liege is getting destroyed this map. I feel bad for him. I feel like I've seen a few times where he's come close to getting a kill, but then just the trades are just ridiculous here for Mousesports. I think there's still hope for him to do a little bit better. So if there is going to be a bottom fragger, at least right now, the game plan wants to lean more into. Maybe it's a lead. This might be his only, game like this for a while.
Oh, here's his round. Finds the back of 2 players. Turn. Liege now up to 7.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely, maybe there were anomalous kills.
Nice shot.
Well, this is actually an enormous kill. He can lead his teammates up Cat, and he has an op to control. And look, they're keeping their options open.
Yep.
Okay, so Rops is going to stay with them on Cat. He can plant for Cat, but they've left a player in lower. This is an interesting spot. The retake's coming through CT. I'd like to call this the Astralis style retake where they don't involve Cat at all. Focusing here on long, and I think it's all coming down to the timing here. This will be a huge test for Frozen. When does he come out mid when he knows they're not taking Cat control?
Couple of long flashes come through. Chris watching the cross. Grim just killed Frozen. That's a big pickup. Frozen thought he was going to be able to cheat one away, and Chris J caught out in the open by Grim as well. 3 rounds the difference. Liquid absolutely bringing this back on the defensive half.
That is enormous from Grim. I thought the timing was perfect from just staring at the mini-map. It seemed like Frozen was probably going to backstab at least one. But see, I question Elige, but like, look, his aim looks very good at the moment. And I definitely feel like he just got destroyed on a lot of his peaks. Unlucky situations there. And Mousesports, they're in the situation where they're on max loss, half investing every single round. Mousesports Liquid, excuse me, about to touch on 10 rounds now.
Fires one bullet, falls off. I would love to be able to see the way the rounds went down. I want to see how many rounds in a row we've got right now for Liquid, etc. When we get a chance. Ability being dropped here. The pistol players have done a really good job of getting onto the bomb site, but how about going beyond this with a plant and a hold? Robs finds Grim's head. That's a great start, but Chris J now adding another, and it's Twist. Twist could be the savior here. He got 2 kills to make it even, and then as he goes down, it's BMAS absolutely on a tear with this Deagle. He softens up Nafly, finishes him off. A 3K from the new kid on the block. He said it himself. Watch me.
Not like this. 3 mass strikes again with that Deagle triple. Mousesports call a pause. This is to ice the kicker. They're winning. They just won the round, but they didn't expect it. Maybe Kerrigan didn't have a plan ready. This is an enormous round from both BMAS, Rops. I don't know if anybody else, who else contributed on kills there. There's one other key one I feel like. Whoever got Elige down, that was the one. Eliminators. Mousesports did defuse the bomb once in the first half. Liquid did in their first CT round. Once in the first CT half. Wow, they just didn't have to?
Eliminators.
Eliminators. Round by eliminators.
The Terminators.
Get to the chopper. Yeah, I could do.
Yeah.
Indiscriminate Arnold noises. I mean, if Mouse can win around like that, like surely,
yeah,
surely they're thinking, well, that's a lot of space they just gave us on Cat.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing, Sally. Naf's gonna go walking in off of this. Does Rops anticipate it? Does he peek it? Yeah, he does. Nafly, ice in his veins, will sustain. And there we have a man advantage. So that heavy hitter for Mousesports, Robin Cool, who is 21-8 on Dust2 for the moment, is the first casualty here in the 23rd round.
People do not like pushing B versus Mousesports because of Robs. I've watched a couple of Robs demos. They are the most boring demos of all time. He sits in the upper B. Oh my god, they're actually going to continue.
So blind.
Twist is so blind. Oh my god,
That
actually,
is
these
a nice
continuation
flash.
flash. They've got the cat split going as well. Stewie will have to go huge, and he'll grab 1 kill. He'll be able to fall back. He'll actually re-peek now for another double dipping to the advantage for Liquid.
And Kerrigan, he's getting pinched out from the cat players himself. Stewie goes for the jumping shot, leaves his teammates to pick up the pieces, and sure enough, Grim's gonna give it to him. But we've got Chris J with the bomb on site at an op with a Molotov. Those are his tools to work with. Nobody's currently keeping him into this position. We get that high smoke grenade. Molly goes over towards the catwalk. CT's pushing through it, and Chris J finds nothing in the post plant. Double digits for Team Liquid. It may have been a masterclass first half, but Team Liquid's CT sides are stellar, and they're showing us yet again.
And specifically Stewie on that round, right? Twist gets decimated here at long. This is the key kill, and the second was just to make sure the retake's easy. Nicely done there by Stewie as the smokes come out, disrespecting that again. It's about not giving each other space. This is what is winning rounds consistently throughout the series. And honestly, I feel like why a lot of the times Liquid are losing games. Uh-oh. Okay, no one swings out. Naf splits his forehead open, jumping into the corner of the site. Well, long control, that's huge. So I was just going to say, like, Rops is just upper. He just holds upper. That's just what he does. In this round, it's Kerrigan over on this side, and Drops is more with the pack holding the long flank at top mid. So I wonder what the strategy is here with Kerrigan over in the B side. They definitely have a plan at the moment. And because they haven't lost a player on long, they're probably just going to continue forward with whatever it is. Colonel defense coupled up on 2 different spots from Liquid. I mean, you can't hate their spots. They're going to deny any mid presence while holding on to information actively. And yes, it's a little bit tricky for them up on the site, but they know no one's coming cat.
He's just going to go peeking, catches 2 players down beneath him, but before he can do anything about it, he gets iced out by Chris. Nap's going to regain vision, finds nothing. 2 immediate headshots coming in from Mousesports. A 5 versus 2 advantage, another headshot. Everybody's noggin gets cracked. Mousesports, 4-round lead, and the economy from Liquid shrivels beneath their feet.
What can you say about that? I actually did not mind Liquid's spot at all, but like, Elise just walks out. There's no flash for him. It felt like there was so much pressure that it felt like Liquid knew what was coming. They had info mid. They were just playing 1B. They had 2 out towards long. They went to look for it. And Mousesports, they took long control early. There was nothing to tell Liquid they had fallen back. I mean, of course, you know, Chris holding that angle. Credit to him for the patience. But okay, Stewie here in an off position will get punished. Cleared hard. Kerrigan will combine in tandem for another kill, leaving just 3 from Liquid. They're defending against match point. And they've invested down fully.
Grim's going to try and catch one in the back, but Rop's just too sharp, man. Kills spread across the entirety of Mousesports. On an individual level, they are just too good right now. This is a very intimidating Mousesports.
Definitely, man.
In all the best ways.
I feel like they're just, like, I don't even know who
They're
I
farming.
favor. I would pick them over Astralis right now for sure.
They've already beat Heroic.
I'm thinking,
and you've just named the 2 top teams.
Yeah, and I guess Vitality would be a nice challenge.
That'd be a hell of a match. Give them Navi while we're at it.
Complexity. Let's just throw more. I mean, there's more teams here at this tournament that I want to see them versus, but Jesus, this is a new Mouse.
And it's a Mouse that is coming back into form because I feel like the system with the new guys is working, and individually we have some return to form from both Chris J and Kerrigan. It's not just like one hard carry.
Yeah.
Everything's coming together. Even Frozen, you know, like we started to expect this like next tier of him. We wanted to see Frozen be the next Robs. And over the last 3 days, we've gotten that. But this game's not just over yet.
Oh, I guess with this will recover their economy a little bit. Of course, this is not necessarily over. Let's see if this test can be passed by Mousesports. If they can dig themselves out of an awkward position. Down 2, but good damage on 2. And they still have an open play and full grenades here. Naf was getting some information, but he's done with that task. He'll fall back to a more passive position. Mid can be cracked open. Mid to B can be smoked. 2 players can be isolated over on the B site. And neither of them have rifles. Oh, Chris will get a kill. Again, I don't think this means a decision here. Look, mid to B gets smoked and flashed, and they're trying to cause some friction here on the CT side rotations. As they start to walk out mid, it comes down to Grant. And oh my god, almost both of them die. 3-on-2 to the site. Elige off angle. Oh, works out beautifully, but Chris will trade back.
He's only got 12 health. It's for that reason that I don't believe in the clutch. But then again, it's Chris J, baby. Molotov goes beyond him. He has to jump down, and he misses his little slip up into Grim. Good pressure there from Grim off of Catwalk. This is an 11th round for Liquid, and one where they absolutely had to win. We're talking series point here for Mousesports.
Based on the situation, let's see. I mean, they're going to have good money. No, sorry. They're not going to have good money, and they're not going to have enough money to buy. I mean, not even glass cannon. So the iron is still hot here for Mousesports, and so are their barrels. Everything's been working out so beautifully. And this is a game. We've got BMAS on 20, Chris on 20, Robs on 24. Oh, wait, what?
What?
Did he just tap it? Did he tap him crossing?
He tapped him crossing through the freaking door, man.
Or did...
Kerrigan's going to look to just absolutely punish off of the back of this. He tapped him through the smoke, through the door. Elige will kill Kerrigan, so we're back into the even 4v4. Robs, this is not normally. Naf's going to fall away from the boxes. This is going to forfeit the A site over to Mousesports and put a lot of pressure on Twist. And who does he have ahead of him? Robs, who may or may not be human. Oh my god, and he's going to find all of them turned inside of middle. He gets another quick shot onto Stewie.
Info.
And bodies coming in from mid. Frozen, now he just needs to focus on this side. He eats the flashbang. And Elige gets him off of it. Chris J, though, his op sings. Cuts down a player on long, follows up into Elige, and Mousesports looking for the 16-11. Naf down to 16 health, and Chris J misses the shot to give Liquid yet another chance, but it is way too close for comfort.
Oh my god, he could have actually played for time in that spot. I think he thought he had that lock and key, but that was a position he had to force Nafly forward. Oh my god, he actually just... No way, dude. Everyone tries for that. Nobody gets it, though. No,
Robs does today.
That's crazy.
Robs does today. He is 26 and 10, 22 and 16. Chris J, 20 and 18. BMAS. BMAS has been very consistent across this series.
Definitely. That's a little bit of a throw from Mousesports, honestly. Just that final moment.
High pressure situations as Liquid are staving off the series win for now. Grim's going to be inside of the CT spawn, killed by Kerrigan. That flash from Stewie screwed Grim over at the final moment. Elige is going to extinguish the fire, tries to line up a shot through it. Now he's going to be on the reload soon enough because he's got more than one player running at him. 14 bullets in the magazine, down to only 7. Maybe looking for that AK, finds another molly, throws that one down. He still has the support of the FAMAS on long thanks to Twists. Frozen's going to be trying to clear this on the reload. He got the audio cue. Robs peeks out. He nails another headshot. And now we've got Mousesports standing in the 4v1. They've done it. 16 rounds here on Dust2. Mousesports dismantling Team Liquid.
Even when they make mistakes, they're able to bounce back in the next round. There's no choking going on. They're closing out the close matches. This is shocking. I mean, this is a Mousesports like we've never seen. It's been a pleasure to watch their games recently. They take